Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this final meeting of 2020 of Suffolk County Council's regular meeting to order. I don't know about the rest of you, but when New Year comes, I'm hang around and watch the clock, not to welcome in the New Year, but to make sure that this one leaves. Ms. V, would you please give us an application?
Sure. Let us pray. Dear God, we do thank you for bringing us together once again for the last meeting of this year. We thank you for bringing us to this season, and we acknowledge that you are that child, that you are the father of that child that was born, and we are to call him Mighty Father, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And we acknowledge that we sit on your shoulders, the government, and we thank you for holding us up and for blessing us throughout this year. As we go through our agenda tonight, we ask that you give us wisdom and understanding. We ask your blessings upon everyone under the sound of my voice. We ask that you continue to bless those who are affected by COVID-19. Let them know they're not forgotten. We thank you for all the healing that has taken place. We ask that you continue to be with those who have lost loved ones. Let them know that death is not the end. And as we go through this agenda from the beginning to the end, we ask that you ordain everything that we do and help us to get through this year and to be able to serve in the new year as you have given us the wisdom and knowledge to do. These are our blessings. We thank and ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Blanding, are there any changes to the agenda?
No, sir, there are no changes.
Motion approved.
Second. We're moved and properly seconded that we approve tonight's agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
We have a motion to approve the minutes from our regular meeting for Tuesday, November 24th.
Second.
We're moved and properly seconded that we approve our minutes from November 24th. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Land use matters, RZ 2014, Ms. Rubin.
There have been no changes to this request since last reading.
Move for approval. Second.
And moved and properly seconded that we have third reading, approved third reading for RZ 2014. All in favor?
I continue to recuse.
Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Hearing none, RZ 2014 is approved.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I may, sir, this is not planned, but I would like to officially announce that Ms. Helen Rudman, has been named our next planning director for Suffolk County City County Planning Commission. It's official. We've offered and she's accepted, so we're not going to let her back out now. But she, as you know, she's done us a wonderful job on an interim basis. She's very knowledgeable, very skillful in her position, and we're excited to have her as a permanent part of our team. And I don't know if she'd like to make any remarks. There will be a public announcement, there'll be something coming out, Joe, and I informally about this, but, just wanted to let council know tonight. And there'll be more information to follow. Ellen, would you like to say something?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I accepted a planning job 15 years ago. I thought I was only going to be here for 2. Obviously, things don't turn out the way people expect them to, but this has been a really happy surprise, and thank you guys for the opportunity. So,
You well deserved.
and you guys know where to find me. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to try and help you out.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Under new business resolution 2008, Mr. Bryan.
Mr. Chair, members of council, the passed resolution previously, this is a sort of restatement of the prior resolution, and the gist of it really is in paragraph 2 on page 3, which says all persons entering an establishment, and an establishment means food service establishment or retail establishment. All persons entering an establishment in the county or any building open to the public are encouraged to wear a face mask while inside the enclosed area of the establishment, public place or building, including religious establishments. That's the gist of it. There's more to it than that. I can go into more details. I'm glad to take any questions if you have questions.
Any questions of Mr. Bryan? Motion for approval. Second. Been moved and properly seconded that we approve resolution 2008.
Resolution in going to urge people to wear masks. It's not a mask mandate.
No, sir.
Okay, I have some real heartburn with this, and I feel that we are not upholding to our duties as county councilmen, because not only are we required to bring jobs and economic development, we're also required to look out for the health, safety, and welfare of all the citizens of Sumter County. And I think by us having this resolution that only urge people to wear a mask is not for fulfilling our obligation to look out for the safety and welfare of the people of Sumter County. I think we are being derelict in our duties, and it's not consistent with what is taking place and what is being said throughout this country. Today, our president-elect, Joe Biden, came on TV at 2 o'clock today and talked about his program that he's going to implement when he becomes president. And one of those is to have people to wear masks for 100 days. And he's going to implement that in all the federal facilities throughout the country. But he also said he's going to ask all of the governors and local government to also implement a mask ordinance mandate for 100 days. The other item he talked about was the 100 vaccines that he's going to have, 100 million vaccines that he's going to have available for the first 100 days, and also his desire to open all schools. That's going to be his top priority when he comes in office. But when we start looking at locally what is going on, I'm not sure we are really paying attention to what is being said. It says when averaged out over 7 days, South Carolina is seeing about 2,300 new COVID-19 cases a day. Deaths are climbing with the state seeing an average of 30 a day. Hospitals are reporting more COVID-19 cases, but at the moment still has some beds available. However, the percentage of tests coming back positive has been around 20% for much of the past week. Health experts have said anything above 10% can be indicated that the virus is being uncontrollably spread. So what we're looking at is a virus that is being uncontrollably spread, and we still don't want to tell people to wear masks. The Chief Justice Don Beatty, has counsel suspended all jury trials for South Carolina because of the rapid COVID-19 spread. Now, here's what really gets me. Governor Henry McMaster joined a pre-holiday plea to be careful and get tested, but he has repeatedly said he has no plan to issue a statewide mask order or close any business. For a third time since the pandemic started, Democratic Representative Joe Cunningham on Monday asked McMaster to consider a state mask rule. And he said, it appears our governor has simply given up on fighting the spread of this deadly virus. This lack of political courage by governors have indirectly encouraged apathy toward the virus and unquestionably led to an increase in the cases and deaths in our state, Cunningham said. So this is what I'm saying. We as a body are not fulfilling our duties to protect particularly Black citizens in this county who carry the burden throughout this county, throughout this state, throughout this country, as well as military veterans who have a lot of underlying conditions that if they contract the virus, death is about a certain thing for them. And we have thousands of veterans living in our county. If this mass resolution is not a mandate for the wearing of a mask, we are wasting our time. And I hate to say it, but I feel that this body is being complicit in all of the deaths that will occur in this county in the future. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate the time.
Mr. Chairman, I do have one question for Mr. Baker. Do you have any documentation showing where any of these recent increases are due to people not wearing masks? And I have a comment. Everywhere I go, and I'm going anywhere I want to go, this is not slowing me down. Anywhere I want to go, in Sumter, Columbia, upstate, everybody is wearing masks. How's that working out?
Well, the problem is, Mr. Eden, is that everybody is not wearing masks.
Everybody I see is wearing masks.
Well, everyone you see. But I see a lot of people in this county not wearing masks. I go to facilities right in the county, right down the street from me, at a Dollar General, that I really stopped going to because when I walk in there, about 1/3 of the people don't even wear masks. People don't wear masks. Look at when the president have his rally. Look at when he have his events. Look at the people who are not wearing masks. Look at the people who are getting sick. Giuliani and all of those people getting sick because they're spreading the virus around this country. People are not wearing masks. Why do you think that the president-elect has got the mandate that for the first 100 days that he's going to make it necessary that if you want to go into a federal building, you're going to wear a mask? Why is he doing that if people are wearing masks? I'm sorry, Councilman Eden, but people are not wearing masks. They are spreading this virus around, and this is why we have death.
Why isn't he going to mandate that you got to wear it everywhere?
Why are we going to do what?
If he's going to mandate that you got to have them in a federal building, why not? Why is he not going to mandate that you got to wear it everywhere you go?
Because he does not feel that he has the authority to make states do this, and this is why
Exactly right.
he said that he encourages all of the states, governors, as well as local government, county council, city council, to wear masks. Now, let's be realistic. We have a city council, a city government that just extended for 60 days their mask mandate. Why did they do that? Because they're saying that the spread of this virus have greatly increased and that they need to have this mask mandate in place. And they have verified that municipalities, cities that have mask mandates have less of a contraction of virus than cities that don't. This has been proven by DHEC. This is DHEC's policy or DHEC's statement. So what you're doing is going against the research and the findings of DHEC. When DHEC is telling us that wearing a mask prevents the spread of virus, and you're going against it.
I'm not, I'm sitting here wearing one, just like everybody else I see, but I'm not gonna make it a law and arrest them, nobody's enforcing it. And nobody's
Well, let
enforcing
me
it.
say this, when you say nobody's enforcing it, go to Columbia, South Carolina. Go there and see if they enforcing it. Because they just increased the penalty for not wearing a mask from $25 to $100. And in the paper the other day, they showed where they just ticketed 130 people. And the chief of fire department or whatever, chief fireman, said that they're going to be ticketing more because they are serious about the spread of virus in Columbia, South Carolina. And that's what we should be looking at. Thank goodness we have Mayor Steve Benjamin, we have Mayor McElveen that have just retired. Thank goodness we have leaders like that who are not standing up and fighting against wearing a mask. That's the most simplest thing we can ever do to save lives is to wear a mask. What's so hard against people wearing a mask? I cannot understand.
That's why we're urging them. That's why we're urging them to wear a mask.
Machoism. They want to be macho.
Question, Mr. Chairman.
And they are dying. And they are dying. And unfortunately, Rudy Giuliani, he's going to get good treatment. Thank goodness, because he's in a position to get it, just like President Trump was in a position to get top treatment when he became ill with the virus. But every citizen out here, the ones that are dying here in Sumter County, are not going to go to those top hospitals. They're not going to have a hospital staff of 5, 6, 7 doctors looking out after them like the president. And that's why they're dying. So I'm sorry. We are derelict in our duties as this body to look out for the safety and welfare of the citizens. And I'm concerned because as a black man, I'm looking at the majority of the people who are dying in here are black. And also, we have a veteran population that has a lot of underlying illnesses that they have contracted by serving this country and to put their lives on the line for this country, and you're going to say we can't even respect those veterans. I feel ashamed for this body, and this body should be more responsible to the welfare of the people in this county.
Anyone else? Have a motion to approve resolution 2008. Well, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of approving resolution 2008, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Resolution 2008 passed. Committee reports. Mr. Bird, Internal Affairs.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Internal Affairs Committee met this evening, all members present, and a lengthy meeting, so be patient with me. Took the following actions, and we'll start with the Accommodations Tax Advisory Board, and Mary, keep it straight, please. We made a motion second to appoint 3 different individuals, will not be named until they're confirmed by the city. Now the motion is second to send these 3 names back to the city for approval from the committee.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
On to the Airport Commission. There's a motion second to reappoint Mr. Julian Hill and Mr. Lanham to the Airport Commission. That's a motion second from the committee.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Going to the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Commission. motion and a second to do the following. To reappoint Mrs. Carpenter, Ms. Hall, Mr. Wilkie, Ms. Mary Sheridan, Mr. Albert Davis, Mr. Ivan Sanders, and Mr. Ronald Price, and to appoint Laura Bailey on the Alcohol and Drug Commission. That's a motion and a second coming from the committee.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Next will be the Cultural Commission. Motion and second come to committee to do the following to the Cultural Commission. To appoint, Yanis Alvarez, is that correct? And
Yes, that's right.
and Zachariah Lowe, and to reappoint, Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Moy to the Cultural Commission. That's a motion and second come to committee.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion second come from the committee to reappoint Mr. Earl Wilson to the Development Board.
Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed?
Okay. To the Housing Authority, there's a motion second to appoint Orr Spann to the Housing Authority. That's a motion second to the Housing Authority, Mrs. Orr Spann.
All in favor? All opposed?
Next will be the Planning Commission. I can get to it. No action was taken on the Library Board, Crystal Lakes at this time. On the Planning Commission, there's a motion second to appoint Mike Walker and Chris Sumter, starting in January.
Mr. Chair, for the record, for me to be recused from this vote, please, sir.
Yes, sir. And to send to the city a candidate A for approval. And that's a motion second from the committee.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Again, I mentioned the candidate's name until we get confirmation from the city. And last is Zoning Board of Appeals. A motion second to appoint Sam Lowry to that board.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
And that concludes my report this evening. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Fiscal Tax and Property Committee, did meet. All members were present. I have, two motions and a second that came out of, our meeting. First motion and second is authorize staff to negotiate the price, and for purchase of a parcel of land that was presented to us in executive session. All in favor? All opposed? The second is a motion and a second to use $50,000 from the infrastructure fund in order to match funds to build the structure at the airport. Any discussion? All in favor? That is the end of the Fiscal Tax and Property Committee report. Any reports from council members on other meetings, trainings, or conferences?
Mr. Chair, there's an abundance of information that will be coming forth from the St. Demetrius Regional Council of Government. I didn't have time to pull it all together, but it's great to be able to serve representing the county council on that board, and they're doing a lot of wonderful things, as you are aware, and so that information will be forthcoming when they send it to me. I'll get it to Madam Clerk for her to add it to our information.
Thank you, Ms. McGinn.
You're welcome.
And thank you for serving as the president of, our chairman of that board.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Monthly reports, Ms. Blandon.
The monthly reports, the Board of Zoning Appeals is in council's packet. Also in the packet is the SUAC's meeting calendar for the year, and Mr. Nixon will handle the next one.
Mr. Nixon.
Mr.
Chair, I've been asked that while we have, the last meeting, council authorized us to just put this as a part of the packet. But to make it part of the minutes, I do need to report out on it, so, there's been a request to make it as part of the minutes. So I will report out the information again is in your packet. But to date, Suffolk County has 4,487 positive COVID cases to date. That number is up over the past 14 days since my last report by 364 cases. That daily average is now at 26 cases, positive cases per day, which is up 2 more as of last time was 24 cases per day. We have unfortunately had 4 additional deaths. All 4 were over the age of 60. 2 were African American, 2 were Caucasian. 3 of those deaths were male, 1 female, and there was 1 veteran. So that's a part for the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a comment on this report, please. I appreciate what you've done, Mr. Nixon. However, I would like to see, and I thought I'd ask you about this, the number of people that have died in something. And I think DHEC is reporting 98. That was about 2 weeks ago, so I'm sure DHEC is reporting over 100 people that have died in Sumter County from COVID-19. And I also wanted to break down, because everywhere we go and every announcement on TV talks about how this virus is disproportionately affecting Black Americans. And we are definitely taking a hit on this throughout this state, throughout this country. And I would like to see a breakdown, demographics, of how many Black males, how many Black females, how many white males, how many white females, and how many others, and also veterans. Again, because veterans have underlying conditions that they contracted in the service of this country. And when they contract the virus, they are at a much higher risk because of these underlying conditions of dying. And I want that to be known. I guess I'm the only veteran on this council that have ever served in the military and gave back to this country as far as I'm concerned. So I'm concerned about the veterans in the military and in this community. Because of the Shore Air Force Base, we have a lot of veterans located in the area. So I'd appreciate that, Mr. Nixon, that
Mr.
you
Nixon.
include that in the report.
I would like to point out that it is included in the report.
I don't see it.
Mr. Chair, I think what he's talking about is the totals numbers. All I've been reporting on is that there's a recent, so I'll see if we can get a cumulative.
So you want the total number?
Total
broken
number.
down?
Yes,
Total in each one of those
the total
categories.
number. I mean, we're saying that the total number of cases over the last 14 days was 364. That's good, but how many people have died in Suffolk County as a result of this virus? We are not showing that. And it's out there, it's in the paper. I see it all the time. I go on internet and I look at DHEC, and DHEC reports the number of deaths in each county.
You're talking about overall?
Overall. And they also want to look at the demographics. Because like I said, Blacks are disproportionately being killed by this virus. And I would like to look at the numbers and how this is affecting Sumter County. Because from the last figures, Blacks' deaths were over 65, 70% of the people that have died in this county from this virus.
County Administrator's report. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned.